Hello guys, and welcome back to Fox the Fox Report. What an embarrassing and just unacceptable performance by Leicester City against Nottingham Forest. They defeat us 4-1, were outplayed, they outclass us, play way smarter than we did, and obviously wanted to win more than we did. They made us look like a bottom table League One side. Now, before I go all into my rant about this match, if you haven't done so already, please drop a like and subscribe, because here we're talking all about Leicester City, from post-match discussions, interviews, reactions, and much more. Now, if I give them an overall rating on this performance, I give them a 2 out of 10. And that's just me being generous, because clearly we have no motivation, we lack ambition. I don't know what we're playing for anymore. Where do we stand now? Where is the desire to achieve great things? I know we have injuries, but frankly, that's no longer an excuse. Based on this squad that we had against Nottingham Forest, has been our strongest squad compared to the match against Watford, against Tottenham, and against Liverpool. I expect us to play much better, especially now that we rested for the past 2 weeks. Like, what have we been doing? Did we not use this time to better ourselves, look at things that we have to work on, and just improve our performance? No, it's been much, much worse. I clearly think that we play better when we lack players. Like, that is just really very questionable. I don't know how that makes any sense. Like, that is just beyond me. Now, we go to our starting 11 that played against this Nottingham Forest side that's currently sitting 8th place in the championship table, and we go with a 4-2-3-1. Changes here. We have Kelechi Iheanacho coming in. He did come from the African Cup of Nations. This is his first match back, which clearly kind of made me question it just a bit, because I thought Brendan Rodgers would give him more time to get back into the squad, not start him that quickly, especially against Nottingham Forest in this match that we have to win. But anyways, it is up against a championship side, sitting 8th in the table, so really, I didn't question it that much. Whatever, I think the squad was perfectly fine based on who we had on. No doubt about it, but clearly nobody in the starting 11 performed well. No one. And that just doesn't go by who should have been playing. It really goes by direction, organization, desire, like I cannot stop saying, motivation. Like, we lacked all of that. We looked like we didn't want to play this match. I don't know what Brendan Rodgers is doing at the moment, but clearly our players are unmotivated. And if we keep on going with that mindset, who knows how we're going to finish this season? We're already knocked out of 3 competitions. So no FA Cup, no Carabao Cup, no Europa League. Like, what's next? The Conference League? Like, we're missing out on options to play in Europe next season. So now with no FA Cup, the only option, I don't think we're going to reach the top 5 this season based on how we're playing. So the only other option to try and play Europe is winning the Conference League. So yeah, that's just beyond me. We have reached a whole new low. A whole new low now. Because compared to last season, this performance is like I said, bottom level League One performance. And frankly, based on how we played in that match, going up against like Norwich, who are currently fighting a relegation battle, clearly they can beat us. Without a doubt. And looking at the stats right now from the first half against Nottingham Forest, they had 39% possession, we had 61. Total shots, 7, us 5. Shots on target, that is just surprising. 5, 1. And might I mention, they scored 3 goals in the first half. So 3 out of those 5 on target went in goal. So crazy how that is. Crazy on how we have Ndidi back. We have Harvey Barnes, Madison. Pretty much everybody has rested, so injury-free there. No one's playing with an injury. The championship side, Nottingham Forest, have been playing more consistently, which, when going back to saying, the pros and cons of having a long international break, what it can do. Clearly, when a team plays that consistent, they know how to pretty much organize themselves when it comes to playing another match that's less than 7 days away. So yeah, I do not know where our stance is at the moment. But clearly, our players, as I mentioned before, are lacking motivation, lacking the commitment and desire to achieve and just do well with this club. And that also goes with the manager, Brendan Rodgers. Is he not putting a strict amount or putting the pressure on the players to perform well, or else there will be some sort of punishment? You know, looking at Frank Lampard, when he signed for Everton, he's already brought in some rules to put more discipline on the team and pretty much fix what needs to be fixed. That is to have everybody on hand, be focused on the team, and just really don't think about nothing but the team and improve. I feel like with our players, we kind of have a leeway with that. Where, okay, we perform poor. Does anything happen about it? Does Brendan Rodgers do anything? Clearly we don't see anything is being done based on these poor performances. And if you look at our poor performances and just embarrassing results that we've been having this season, this one against Nottingham Forest is by far the top. The top. You know, this was just horrible, horrendous. I cannot just elaborate even more. It's just horrendous. The way we went over to City Ground, they scored 3 goals. We panicked. We had no creativity. You know, might not mention that we have Youri Tielemans on the pitch. We have James Maddison on the pitch. Lookman, James Justin. You know, players that we wanted to have couple of weeks ago, months ago, where we craved them back, and now they're back, and now they're here. They're not doing anything. Now, the first goal that came on with James Justin trying to block Davis, that frankly gave me flashbacks with that goal against Chris Wood back last season, where we played Burnley at home. I think it was a 4-2 victory. But anyways, the first goal, James Justin having to defend, completely bodied out of the way. He had no strength, nothing. Doesn't even show the effort to try to just even make the player come off balance. Nothing. You know, it was just like a effortless trying to defend a ball in the air and just gets pushed. I don't know where the strength, where that just commitment to win balls, that's not there. That's not being seen. Nothing. And with Kelechi Iheanacho up top, those tactics of just giving long balls to our strikers, that has to change. That isn't doing us any good. Those are the tactics that would work for Jamie Vardy, because we kind of know how he plays and the kind of player that he likes to make runs and just ask for balls like that. But we have to change those tactics, because Jamie Vardy will not be with the team for very long in the next 5 years. He won't be here with us. We already have to start changing our tactics up, because we have to play a different style now. Because not every striker we have is going to play to the same abilities of Jamie Vardy. We have Patson Daka. We have supposedly smart players, creative players like Youri Tielemans, Harvey Barnes, Lookman, Maddison, you know, that can definitely pass around and create plays. But when we get up top, we lack creativity. I don't know if we just ran out of ideas. We need someone new to step in and manage this team. But clearly, we're clueless once we get to Nottingham Forest's area. We're just passing the ball around, and then if not, we lose it or pass it back. Like, it's just boring. And yes, we have possession. Yes, we have more passes, but it's not leading anywhere. Now, coming into the second half, with some changes being made, we take out Harvey Barnes. Now, I did say how everybody wasn't playing well in that starting 11, but Harvey Barnes, you kind of have to know when he's on the pitch, that gives a bit more of, you could say, more drive to our attack. Without him really putting Patson Daka on the left side, that's not really doing us any good. He's someone who needs to be up top. I think the change there should have been Kelechi Iheanacho for Patson Daka. Or if anything, change the formation up and put 2 up top. But don't put Patson Daka on the left side. He's not going to do much. He's someone who needs to be up top, receive the ball, and score. Him on the side, what's he going to do? Cross the ball into Kelechi Iheanacho and Adam Lookman? Like, there's nothing else that he can do. That's not what he's brought in for. He's brought in to be up top. And I think the change there should have been Patson Daka for Kelechi Iheanacho. And yes, of course, Kelechi Iheanacho did score the first goal. That's That's great, but when you're down by 2 goals coming into halftime, like, we need more. And I didn't see any improvement coming into the second half. Clearly, when Harvey Barnes comes out, that's when our attack just goes down as well. No more, like, there was no attack once the second half hit and once we had that change being made. Nothing. That was a clear error from Brendan Rodgers, and frankly, we all should know that Patson Daka is not a winger up top. And you had to give it to Nottingham Forest for really showing so much commitment to their plays. And that fourth goal, the goal that pretty much took us out of the game already, confirmed that we were eliminated, was a goal by Jed Spence, a player who started his own play from the right side. We have James Justin, who's supposed to be marking him, doesn't follow his play. He creates it, 1-2, goes inside the box, receives the ball, and a small pass to the bottom left corner. Like, wow, that deserves an applaud, because that was just an incredible play, a smart play, and that's what we're lacking. Like, we lack that type of creativeness from our team. We haven't seen it in a long time. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if we're running out of ideas, but Brendan Rodgers is clearly not showing us that he's improving with these players that have now come back from injury, or coming back from international break, like Wilfred Ndidi, like James Justin, like Kelechi Iheanacho. Like, nothing's improving. I don't know where to stand from there, but I'm just kind of in the question to whether Brendan Rodgers should be still managing this squad. But if we talk realistically, if we were to throw out Brendan Rodgers now, who would take over as manager? I don't think we'd find anyone to be the interim manager like Man U could do, or like Tottenham could do. We don't have the money. We already don't have the money to buy players during the January transfer window. So what makes you think that we're going to have someone come in for the remainder of the season to coach this side and try to, I guess, improve the team for the time being? Like, no. I think the more realistic goal would be to stick with Brendan Rodgers until the remainder of the season, see what happens, see what he does. Honestly, what he does, what he presents to the owners, what he wants as far as changing the squad up. Because right now, at the moment, we need a whole new refreshment in this team. There are some players who I just think don't see themselves with the team for any longer. And if that's the case, players who think that way should already leave. They should leave this summer. Adios, bye-bye. And also, when it comes to captaincy and organizing the team on the pitch, Yuri Tielemans being the team captain. From what we're seeing, he's not signing any new contract. He's not committed to the future of this club. Why are you giving the armband to someone who wants to leave at the end of the summer? Like, where is that? Like, what's the whole point of that? We need someone to manage this team on the pitch that we can go by and follow directions, because if we have someone who's planning on leaving in the summer, like, once that summertime hits, we're going to have a new captain and we have to follow a different structure now. Like, what's the whole point in that? And yeah, like I said, lack of desire, lack of just, where's the strictness and just the discipline within our team? Now, from what I'm hearing after the match against Nottingham Forest, we had a little news about players partying over the night with James Justin, with Hamza Chowdhury, Danny Ward, kind of celebrating what it looks to be the elimination of Leicester City from the FA Cup. I don't, like, I'm one to say that, it's their personal life, they can do whatever they want, but the attitude, that kind of just way to really shrug off a match, party till whoever knows what time that party ended. I think 5 o'clock in the morning, it was stated. But anyways, like, there you go. There's no discipline there. That just shows you that they just come on, play the match, whatever happens, whatever, let's party. Like, where is the lack of just discipline, the lack of commitment for this team? Like, if I lost 4-1, me being the title holder of the tournament, losing to an 8th positioned championship side, I should be just I should be home worrying about how I can better myself for the team. We have a game coming up in less than 4 days against Liverpool. They're not any worse than Nottingham Forest. They're 100 times better. Now with new signings that they have, I can't imagine what they're going to bring upon us at Anfield, especially since we beat them at the King Power Stadium. They'll definitely want some revenge. So, yeah, there you go. I feel like our squad, our team is very lenient. Players can do whatever they want. They can just have the freedom to really just express whatever they want to do, not showing any ambition for the team anymore. I feel like the mentality has thought they've reached their limits, but no, that's not what us fans want. We want more. We want to achieve much more things that we have achieved in the past few seasons. We're not a team to have limits. We're a team that grows. And if Brendan Rodgers or any of the players do not see that vision, then bye-bye. At the moment, I don't think anybody or anyone who wants to leave, I have no problem with that. No problem whatsoever. But anyways, that is what I'll have to say regarding this post-match review. And like I said, we are just embarrassed. We are literally just hitting a new time low. But of course, let me know what you guys think. What should happen? Should Brendan Rodgers stay in as manager or should he stay out? Who played worse to you? Where to go from here? Just put it all in the comment section below and I will try to reach them and respond to them as soon as I can. But I'll see you next time for the pre-match review that will be Liverpool versus Leicester City. Take care.